Uh, I still owe an exec decision. This also almost made the list. Atlanta and Chicago. I think this is the Justin Fields Bowl, right? Will he remain in Chicago? Will he be traded? Will the Falcons be a potential landing spot?
Right.
This week, all the rage in the Chicagoland text chains were, did you see that Caleb Williams liked a tweet that said the Bears should keep Justin Fields? Everyone's speculating that Caleb Williams does not want to go to Chicago to be their next quarterback now. Um, Even without that, I kind of lean the Falcons here. I think the Bears are overvalued after last week. The one thing the Bears can't do is turn the ball over, and they were lucky enough to only do it once last week. And the one time they did, Arizona ran down the field and made it a game for about 10 minutes. Um, so I feel like 3 is just too much against an Atlanta team that still has something to play for, that is much more talented than Arizona. So my lean is Atlanta.
I don't know what to do. I want to take the Bears just because Atlanta, they're frauds themselves. Like, yeah, they beat up that Colts team last week, but that was more of a Colts letdown spot, wasn't it? It was just a
Oh
classic
yeah,
like
totally.
Minshew. Yeah,
We
he was
loved
due for one
Atlanta
of those
last week.
games. Yeah. And
That's why I don't. That's why I'm not making the exact decision, by the way, because I don't believe Atlanta can play consistently 2 weeks in a row.
yeah, especially we've seen them, their splits from indoor to outdoors,
Yep.
and Heineke, he's gonna burn you. And now he's going against a Bears team that loves to turn over quarterbacks. Like it's what they do so well. Yeah, just I'd be bummed as a Bears fan where it's just like if you guys had just traded for Sweat, it feels like in August. I feel like your whole season might have been a little different. Like
He's
Sweat,
made that defense so much better.
so much better. Everything. Like everything he's even, you guys went out and got 2 linebackers who have been, all right. But when Sweat got in there, it made them go from all right to being what they should have been, which is like absolute studs all over the field. Like they've really changed, he's really changed that whole defense. So the Bears are playing really well, man. Like
Yeah.
this number, it's a little fishy because it's like I want to be with the public and smash the Bears here. And I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the 2.5. I'll take the 3, and I assume this will go up to 3.5. It's just it feels a little low here. It's Heineke on the road with a Atlanta team that they've had their own injuries where the Bears, other than I think DJ Moore might have got banged up, they're pretty healthy after last week. Like they're not like all these other teams have had a bunch of injuries. The Bears really haven't had those major injuries across their team these last couple of weeks. So yeah, the Bears. I'm buying high. Like this is as high as it
You
gets,
are
probably,
buying
right?
very high on the
Very
Bears
high.
right now. What is going on with you?
I
Are you
know.
full of, are you
I'm
full
just
of like
riding the
holiday
waves,
eggnog?
brother. No, I'm just the public's been winning. Like, I'm trying to see it from their standpoint of the bookmakers have been laying some shit numbers, and I don't want to put too much faith in these bookmakers where it's like, this feels like a shit number. Like the Bears, when they don't turn the ball over, they're pretty damn tough to beat. Like they got a pretty stout defense and they have one of the best weapons in football in Justin Fields offensively. And like the reason they sucked during the year was because Justin Fields wanted to prove he was a pocket passer. When it's like, dude, be like Lamar. Use your legs when the pocket breaks down. There's no shame in running and picking up 5, 6 yards. And it feels like he's been free since coming back from that injury a couple of weeks ago. Like he's playing more loose. He's running the ball instead of just staying in the pocket taking stupid sacks, which he did from week 1 through 6.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't believe it. I'm joining the public and on another one. I'll buy the Bears here.
It's so interesting. That's 2 seasons in a row, by the way, where last season they had a terrible loss to the Commanders, went into the bye. After the bye, it seemed like Luke Getsy and the offensive staff saw what the Eagles were doing with Jalen Hurts and tried to mimic that with Justin Fields. And then the Bears were great. Not great, but like performed better in the second half. This is how low the expectations are. If the Bears are competitive,
I was
even
saying I think they won one game in the second
if
half
the
from
Bears are
last year. That's why I
competitive,
love you, Chad.
if they lose 10 in a row, that's still optimistic for Bears fans. And this year, the same thing. Like they came into the season with high expectations. He doesn't play well. He's making a lot of turnovers, gets injured, comes back, and they start using him in a more natural way that plays to his skill set. And this year they are winning. I'm away with both of my kids right now, my wife, and this morning one of my kids said to me, they were doing a draft of the worst teams in the NFL, and he said, can you name 5 teams worse than the Bears? And I think I could.
Yeah, easy.
So that's how bad it's gotten. It's like the Bears aren't even the worst team anymore.
Stat from Evan, best defenses since week 9. The Vegas Raiders, the Chicago Bears, and Cleveland. So
Well,
Chicago's defense, man, they've been legit
yeah,
since
no, I
getting
agree.
swept.
I totally agree.